Evan Goldstein, a full-time master sommelier, a first in professional sports. He serves everyone from the players to the front office to fans. And for a home game earlier this season, even me.
Well, let's do this. Let's start off with a white wine. What's fun here is this is not one that requires one of these. You can just sort of crack it.
Cork or no cork, you expect a master sommelier to know his way around a wine bottle.
Sauvignon Blanc is a lovely grape. It's one of my favorites.
Or the qualities of a Sauvignon Blanc.
You know, it's sort of bright. It's a little bit grapefruity. It's a little bit green. It's floral. It's very refreshing.
What's unusual about Evan Goldstein is where he puts his skills to work.
It's easy. It's as good on a picnic as it is on the beach or whatever.
Really delicious.
It's really approachable.
Or how about the ballpark? Starting last season, Goldstein has been overseeing all the wines served at Oracle Park in San Francisco.
How has the reception been here to the program?
It's been spectacular. No,
a big job made a bit easier since Goldstein doesn't have to go very far to source his product.
Here from Oracle Park, where we sit, you can go 90 minutes this way, 90 minutes that way, 90 minutes that way.
It's wine country.
And it's wine country, exactly. So not only does that mean that you sort of have this DNA birthright to it, but it also means that our fan base here comes from those places.
Goldstein caters to the wine drinker at every level.
The idea is to try each food with all three wines.
From private events for season ticket holders.
Did the wines and the food speak to you? Yeah. At least in a happy way?
To the concourses.
Hi. I'm going to have the champagne.
Did that matter to you that this wasn't just for the sweet crowd?
Oh, absolutely. That to me was almost a mission critical. A problem that the wine industry has in general is that people perceive us, and we oftentimes fuel the fire of being kind of hoity-toity. And wine is for everybody. There are delicious wines at $400 a bottle. There are delicious wines at $10 a bottle, and we want to make sure that people have access to that, because at the end of the day, if you like it and it makes you happy, that's all that matters.
Most of the fans we spoke to seem to agree.
Meeting a friend, he's not here yet. If he was here, we would have 2 beers, but since I got to buy it myself and I walked right by, can't resist a good glass of wine.
We're about to enjoy a game between the San Francisco Giants and the Oakland A's, and I just got a bottle of Alto Smallbeck, because why not?
But just like with the game itself,
I was surprised to find Guinness here, so I was really happy.
Some fans are purists.
I'm old school, so I think it's beer and hot dogs. I don't know about wine and hot dogs.
Goldstein relishes the chance of reaching the skeptics.
So are you going to help me figure out what I need to pair with this?
Yeah, let's go over and see what we've got now.
At the Vintage 58 wine bar on the promenade level, Goldstein picks wine to match garlic fries.
It's got the garlic, it's got the lift, it's got the parsley, so you have a green element to it. I think I'd probably go Sauvignon Blanc. When you've got something like a fried anything, a little greasy, a little salty, you need acid, you need brightness, you need fresh, you need cut. And the Sauvignon Blanc does that against sort of the richness, if you will, there. And then the earthiness of the garlic and that little bit of snap of green that you get from the parsley is going to echo some of what we would call the varietal character of the Sauvignon Blanc grape, which is at once sort of green and lemony at the same time.
I was just going to say the lemony,
A perfect foil for garlic fries.
And for a hot dog?
So with this mustard, which has got a little bit of piquance in the sauerkraut there, I want a nice sort of rustic wine. Obviously, the dog itself is sort of rich.
Okay.
And so I would go for something that's sort of big, red. I picked for us a Malbec, which is an Argentinian wine, but it's got the richness, it's got the depth, and it sort of brings everything together.
Really flavorful.
Yeah.
The Giants have been serving wine at their games since 1977. But last September, the franchise raised its game.
No, don't stifle. No,
when CEO Larry Baer made an unorthodox hire.
It was a really fun thing, right? It was like on social media and around the buzz around the park is sommelier in baseball. Oh, okay, I get it. We'd rather have good wine than mediocre wine, and we'd rather have somebody, you know, who is around, has been around the wine country for a whole career to help us select the wines.
Goldstein's passion for wine is rooted in his childhood here in San Francisco. His mom, Joyce, a celebrated Bay Area chef and cookbook author, who began her career working for Alice Waters.
So I grew up around great food, around great wine. When we wanted to go to like Jack in the Box, we had to wait till my folks went on vacation and bribe the babysitter so we go, we've heard about this thing, Jack in the Box, right? But because of that, we had wine at table. Statute of limitations being older, I actually had a little bit of wine when I was a teenager and all that. Your grades are good, Evan, you can have a glass of wine.
When a career as a rock and roll drummer failed to materialize, Goldstein moved to Paris. His proximity to Champagne and Bordeaux put him on a path to becoming a sommelier. One of his first gigs, running the wine program at his mother's restaurant, Square One. At 26, he was, at the time, the youngest to achieve master sommelier status. Goldstein says he's always rooted for the home team, starting as a 10-year-old at Candlestick Park to today. You see, he's not just the Giants sommelier, but also a longtime season ticket holder.
So this is like dream job, master sommelier for the Giants, who are your team.
Absolutely. I love three things in life. I love my friends and family, I love wine, and I love baseball. And now I can do all three.
Can I get a tall Heineken, a big one?
For the typical ball game beer drinker, there are still more than enough places to quench your thirst.
Enjoy your wine, enjoy your food, and of course, go Giants!
Still, Goldstein hopes when you head to the ballpark, you'll keep an open mind and palate.
I'm not gonna lie, I usually do beer and a dog. I love wine. I should be doing wine.
And you know, Dana, my feeling is this. Not everybody who comes here is going to go up to the stand, buy a hot dog, and have a glass of wine. Right. If at the end of the season, if I can get them to stop for a moment and think about it, and maybe next time they'll try it, or maybe they'll try it again, we've done our job. It's a 9-inning game, right? We're in the top of the first here, and we have a lot of innings to go. But if we can get wine to be more part of the DNA of your average Giants fan, I'm a happy camper.
I'm not even a Giants fan. It's part of my DNA now.
How about that?
I gotta tell you, if you could spend any time with Evan, you'd be a fan no matter what. You would learn to love wine. But it really is a neat concept that it's different in different spots. I was saying to you, like in the bleachers, if you want it in a can, you have it in a can. If you're in that suite level, they have some of the glasses there for you.
No charcuterie or cheese plate?
It depends where you are. If you're on the suite level, and there's so much food to choose from nowadays.
He's trying to up the game even more here. There you go.
I'll tell you, I learned that a Sauvignon Blanc with popcorn is like a perfect pairing.
Oh, it really reminds me of that story I did on that book, Big Macs and Burgers.
Yes, exactly.
I loved it.
Taking
what was it that went with
eat.
the Big Mac? I forgot. That was good. That was a good story.
Burgundy.
Was it Burgundy?
Yeah, I know it was Lambrusco with a PB&J.
Oh, yeah.